Is it working?
Let me see.
Yeah, I think it is. I've got my black screen up. Yeah, I think it is. Alright. Alright, boys. So I'll let the stream live for like 2 minutes now. So we're gonna start the broadcast of tonight. My guest here is Kyomaku. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for joining me, by the way.
No problem.
And the special announcement that I'm gonna make, that I said yesterday, I'm gonna make one before we start, is obviously the cash prize. So the cash prize will be 20 euros for the winner, first place, and 10 euros for the second place. Any additional donation that will be, if there are any, during the broadcast, are gonna add to the cash prize already. So if you want to, feel free. And we've got all the players in the lobby right now. We're gonna start really soon. I'm gonna Alright, Kyomaku's sound should be a bit higher now. Hopefully it's good. So yep, today's match obviously, Hagrit versus Shelby, Bo7 versus Loki. It's a pretty fun matchup. So the rules obviously for the grand finals, since it's the best of 7, we're gonna have 1 ban each for both players and 3 picks. So only, if my math is right, there's only gonna be 2 remaining maps, and well, basically, if it goes to a 7th game, it's gonna be random between the 2 that remain. So we'll see which bans, which picks for both players. By the way, I need to check, but I think Shelby is banning first. Yeah, So Shelby is banning first. He's the lower seed. What happens is with that, for people that haven't really caught up on it, all the participants are given a seed, a number basically, and the lower the number between the two players, the two opponents, the lower the player starts banning first. So Shelby is gonna start, go ahead and ban. Obviously it's gonna be mid-it, I'm pretty sure, so we will see.
Actually, interesting ban because I think water map would favor him.
Loki, you mean?
And I mean, water would favor Greek,
Yes, yeah, for sure.
but Hagrid banned Medit.
Yeah. No, actually, no. Wait. No, no. He said mid-it just for because
okay.
yeah, because it's Shelby bans first.
Yeah, I
So
misread.
so
what you
Shelby
mean,
actually
like-
wants to ban Midgard instead. So that's interesting.
Yeah, which is indeed interesting because Midgard is, I guess, actually a good Norse map. Has a lot of hunt on the map and good food.
I mean, you can definitely do more stuff compared to mid-it, I think. So interesting that he decides to ban it. And Hagrid on
Yeah.
the other hand decides to ban Watering Hole instead of maybe like a Marsh or
Yeah.
Tundra.
As Shelby, I would look to ban some of the low hunt maps first. Like, I would get rid of Oasis, for example. I wouldn't really want to play that, I think, against Poseidon. I mean, Poseidon has first lure to get goats and animals, which decreases food for him further. And good, he bans it. Let's see.
So now it's
But I
up to
really,
Hagrid.
really like pick ban phase in maps.
Yeah, well here it's a bit like, it's not the most interesting because almost all maps are gonna be picked. So we're gonna go as they do. So we got Alfheim being picked first for Hagrid, followed by Mid-it. Shelby goes for Tundra. I expect Marsh right now.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised Marsh was banned.
When it's not banned actually. So Hagrid decides to pick it instead. And Oasis last. Alright. So it leaves us with Ghost Lake or Anatolia. So that's a bit random. Alright. Yep, so anyway, first map is gonna be Alfheim. Who do you think it favors? Obviously Greek a little bit.
Yeah, it's a closed map, so Loki can't really make Poseidon run around and chase him. He can just force engagements easier, or force him to back off. He can't really just do whatever he wants. And food is very limited sometimes. It depends on the spawn. So it's a slower type of game on LFM usually. More control, less chaos.
Wow. Alright. By the way, I didn't mention, but both players have actually 3 vetoes for the entire best of 7.
See, that's a lot.
So
How long do they? How long can they use them?
2 minutes 30.
Okay.
So let's see the first map. So we
Yeah.
got a well, I think both players are pretty happy with the way their map is laid out, but I gotta say Shelby has even better. Yep.
Yes.
Shelby has an even better map, to be honest. He has like double back gold mines and even
And yeah, he just scouted something nice. 2 hunt spots close to each other.
yeah, he also scouted these two gold mines straight off the bat. So
Yeah, it's both back, so if he secures his town center or walls to the right side, he's gonna have good gold there.
yeah, basically one
related?
simple wall. I mean, actually, yeah, no, more like 2.
Yeah.
But like 2 walls and you get 2 gold mines. It's pretty sick.
But it's really lucky for him that these hunt patches are so close to each other, because it's just, as far as we can see, just 3 animals each. And if they were on the opposite side, that would be a lot of inefficient walking time, like getting the hunt group over there and back home pretty much immediately after that. But since they're close to each other, he can just take both in a row and go back.
Right. Also, the middle of the map is also filled with hunts, as we can see. So
Yeah, it's
maybe
also pretty good.
maybe if we're lucky, we're gonna see a Vil fight like we saw. That was his fire warrior. That was
Very
pretty
much
fun.
possible. Hagrid does not really have any back hunt at the moment, not scouted yet. Doesn't really have a side hunt. He has like 3 at the right side of his base, kinda.
Yeah, on the right.
That's not enough. That's not really like impactful. But in front of his base, that's quite a bit. But most of it's gonna be used up in Archhag already. So question how much is gonna be left by the time they're both in Classic.
Yeah.
I mean, in the middle, only 2 left. Lure took 1. So, but there's another hunting spot that's scouted by Shelby. So, but that's also going to be used up by Shelby, I think. So, the way it looks right now, the hunting spot that is not going to be touched is that on the right side from Shelby's base. Those 6 elks.
Yeah, he decides to go straight in the middle because it's obviously closer to his main hunt.
He's probably gonna use up all of this before advancing, and then he's gonna have that hunt at the right side left, which can be raided or contested, which would indirectly mean that Hagrid can be aggressive on Loki's hunt, whereas Loki cannot be aggressive on Hagrid's hunt because he's not gonna have any hunt left to use outside of his base. At least
aside from the little patch on the right.
Yeah, but that's 3 versus 6. And
yeah, it's really small. It's kind of evened out by the lore, but it's like, yeah.
Lure is really strong. Really, really good.
Yeah, it is. It would have been even better if there was if that was an Aurochs Alfheim. It seems it's pretty rare at the moment.
Temple almost completed. I guess it's gonna be like a 440 for Shelby. That. So
relics are pretty okay. They're not really. I mean, the best one, the one I like best, is like the one that improves line of sight for units.
there's also tower damage on the right side of the map.
Yeah, it won't.
That's also really good.
Yeah, it's really good for Egyptian too.
And
Like,
you shouldn't
especially
underestimate the Eye of Onlu thing, damage from hyperspace.
with the throwing axemen and
Okay.
stuff.
That can make an impact because hyperspace are already strong and necessary. Like they're like a main unit you want to make anyway.
Yeah, ultimately it will only matter if the game goes
Yeah.
in the late game, which it's
And,
Alfheim,
yeah.
so it's likely to happen.
Shelby's going for the right side now, but what Hagrid actually could have done is he could have gathered his outside hunt like first. He's
Yeah,
like,
you
still
mean move out?
and he could have like gone back to his lure after clearing the outside hunt, so he could have been fully safe, but because he didn't, he can actually also get raided.
So here comes the
Swing
best.
for pest and 2 temples.
That's just the classic Hagrid stuff. So now we're gonna probably see 2, maybe 3 stables.
So he does this a lot, I guess.
Yeah, he does this. He does this every time. Pretty much when it's a land map, like with a high hunt sort of. When it's not Oasis, basically, he does this all the time.
What is the record from these guys? Have they played before?
Yeah, they play every time together.
Who's,
So
who's having the upper hand?
I think most of the time it's Shelby, but if you take a graph, I think with like let's say now 2 months ago or so, Shelby has like a
Shelby
large
double.
advantage over Hagrid, but I think recently it's kind of evened out. So the troll is basically dead, and
Yeah,
those Vils
He
have to
gets his
retreat right
letters
now.
out there, though. Would have been horrible if the Cyclops managed to pick one up.
Yeah. Oh, he's actually
He's
actually
kinda
juking.
going back around, but that's dangerous because Lita is gonna see it.
Yep. Hippolyta's gonna see
and
it.
she's gonna probably pick up a villager.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, this is some decent damage, but he's also getting raided at his hunt. Like, 3 Heresiers are pressuring a bit, but he's going back. He shouldn't. He can still do damage here. But now
This
he's...
villager looks like it's gonna survive, by the way. On 1 HP.
Huh.
But
he can still kill the one close by to the Cyclops, with Jason and Hippolyte. I guess he doesn't want to. Or maybe he didn't see it. Cyclops probably dead.
Yeah, the Cyclops
blocks
gonna
him
get
properly.
blocked.
He should delete him. It's a lot of favor. It's the Cyclops alone is 2 favor, and he's killed like so easily.
Yep. True. This
Yeah,
fight is
but
gonna
that's
go in
something I
Hagrid's
really like
favor
to
for
do.
sure.
That if a unit is like absolutely dead and there's nothing to gain out of it, I just delete it. And against Fawcetti, he can heal his units anyway. So those maybe 1 or 2 hits the Cyclops can get in are pointless in my opinion. And he can't force anything right now anymore. He could potentially raid the Woodies a little bit, but it's a bit too risky because Loki Heresias are really fast once he has upgrade. And he could like lose a lot of cap for it.
Both players right now going on chickens, so the raids are not gonna be too effective. Shelby realizes
Yep.
it and goes back to defend. Lost the house for free.
Hey, wake up.
Oops. Sorry.
He can maybe make Hagrid follow him, but he doesn't want to.
Yeah, I mean,
He can actually do some damage to Shelby's gold right now.
that's
Does not
actually a
have
very
units.
nice raid from Shelby. He's definitely gonna pick up 1 Vil.
Yep, that's 1 dead.
Maybe gets a spawn out of it.
But it's also the idle time, which is really good. And
Oh,
I don't want to kill the spy guy. Don't kill the spy.
Shelby's actually out, so he might have get a UMIF unit spawn there if he wasn't. So it's a bit unfortunate
Yeah.
for him.
It's really bad that he lost the temple.
Yeah,
I
he
think
lost
against
Temple
Greek,
and Herzer for free.
you always want to build your buildings like really safe. Like one of the main weaknesses of Norse is like the early game before you actually have units. When you get rushed, your buildings get destroyed. It's pretty much game. It's really hard to come back in production, and that's why you really want to build those buildings in the back, close to the town center most of the time. And this temple, that it did not really like defend his base, his village, or anything. It had like no purpose. It was just there.
You just tried, yeah, just to wall the tower a little bit.
It just got destroyed. But yeah, he could have just built like a 4th wall chain.
Yeah.
Would have been a done deal.
Alright, some fighting going on in the entrance of Hagrid's base. Free troll
Yeah,
got
he wants to
absolutely
get those
wrecked.
Heresies out. He might as well like turn around and get like a few hits more in, like take the wounded Heresies, send them back home, and then like while he's running away, like turn around for 1 second, hit, and get a lot of damage in, then continue running. Like you can keep doing that, because only like maybe 1 or 2 Hippicons are gonna be able to hit when he does it. So he's like having damage output favor on his side or damage advantage, and
Yeah, then you can
maybe
just
he-
heal up at the fountain.
I mean just send the wounded back.
Oh,
Yes.
Hagrid is impaling himself here.
Yeah, this fight is heavily in Shelby's favor, but he doesn't micro.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
wait.
there are reinforcements for Hagrid, so Shelby's gonna have to move back, but I think Hagrid lost a lot by doing this. The High Nair is gonna get absolutely wrecked by Hippolyta in 4
But
hits.
it's in the end, it's actually going well in his him because Shelby didn't micro well. He sacrificed quite a few Heresies, and like food is super valuable for him. He's like almost out of it. He just has a few more cows left, 2 berries, 1 berry actually.
Should also mention that Shelby is also on his 2nd gold mine right now. It's not scouted yet by Hagrid because he has the scout sat on
Yeah.
the TC. If only the scout was sat on the gold mine, he would have definitely seen it. And if this wall goes up, I don't see Hagrid being able to gold stuff Shelby. It could have definitely been a possibility there, but he wasn't. The scout wasn't really on the proper location.
But yeah, Shelby's food economy is going to be questionable right now. I mean, he has quite a few on food, but
Both players, to be honest. I mean, Hagrid has 2 cows to go. Shelby only has 1, but you know.
yeah, but Greek doesn't need as nearly as much food. Like one Hippicon is like half of a Herser.
I guess, but yeah, I guess he also has easier time transitioning to farms.
Yeah.
Now the problem with Shelby right now is that he
Good
doesn't
bait
have
in
nearly
coming
enough
also.
food to get any close to heroic, and that's a massive red from Hagrid on the wood line
Yeah,
of
he's
Shelby.
losing quite a bit there.
Yeah, he's gonna lose Oxguard and 2 Wills, looks like.
But Shelby could have been in a really good spot if he macroed properly earlier. It really wasn't necessary to lose those Heresies. He's getting a good pick on Hippolyta,
Yeah, Hippolyta's gonna die here.
and maybe gonna kill something more. He should finish the house.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna
The
finish the
house is
house.
out of there.
So if he
And he's
finishes the
probably
house,
gonna scout
oh,
gold right now.
yeah, definitely. And they just have to move back.
Nope.
Like,
But he already did damage because all the dwarves were sent idle. Everything was sent idle there. So that's quite a lot of resources lost by not gathering.
yeah, Hagrid definitely has the upper hand here, I will say, just because of the fact that Shelby cannot really go heroic anytime soon.
He's also making a lot of farms right now.
Yeah, he's transitioning nicely into.
At this point, though, Ares really didn't turn out well for him. I mean, he didn't really get anything out of it. At this point, it would be a lot better if he had ceasefire. He's gonna have to worry about flaming weapons right now. And oh, this is a really bad fight for Hagrid. Really bad
He's
fight.
just gonna run away.
Yeah.
All those hippie guns are low HP, though. That's like.
Yeah, that's also bad. He should probably send those low HP calves away to raid. They're kind of useless in a fight, and they're also like giving him a false sense of a strong army, and then they're just gonna fall within seconds.
I think this is
He's
a
gonna
poor
be
fight by
confused by
Hagrid. I don't see this fight going well for Hagrid, actually. Need to keep tabs on
Yeah, that's
population.
first
Like, there's a
spawn.
first.
He has
Yeah,
only like one hero, and he's almost dead.
yeah, the hero's not gonna die. He's not gonna live for too long. So the
Yeah,
Valkyrie's
so
gonna
they're
clean up, I
pretty-
think.
Controller both a lot of damage.
The fight is closer than I thought it would be, but
Heavily the incoming.
essentially the Valkyrie is taking so much damage, and there's another spawn. That's also really powerful. It looks like Hagrid just has enough. Like,
But Shelby again could have macroed a lot.
oh,
more.
Hippolyta is back as well, so that's gonna be
He could
definitely
have
favoring
saved
Hagrid
a
now.
lot of these Heresiers. If you look at it this way, like saving a Heresier is like the same as killing like an enemy unit.
Yeah,
Because
I think he thought he would have the upper hand here, just because of the myth units.
yeah, but I'm just saying that saving a Heresier is like comparable to gathering like 100 resources because that's the unit cost.
Yeah, it's super
Kinda.
expensive.
So he could have like gathered a lot of units.
Oh
or
no,
resources
Hippolyta is
saving
gonna die
those.
again.
And Hippolyta's dead.
Oh,
He should be able to trap her.
looks like the Vil is gonna take the it's gonna take the pain instead. I'm not sure
But
what
that's
this
the
tables
way-
is. Like,
Check his gold. He's gonna be raided in a moment.
wow.
There's so many wood villagers close by as well.
I mean, he has 3k. He has 3k gold. That's pretty crazy.
Ah.
That's some crazy miss eco management, I guess you can say.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Usually you get a bank of gold as Loki, like, but
Yeah,
maybe
but,
something like
um,
1,000 or something, not like 3,000. That's like.
No, that's what I
crazy.
said about food thing. That it's expensive, and
Those dwarves are actually fighting
he
right now.
shouldn't have traded. He should have thought about the position he was in, because he knows his opponent does not have ceasefire, and his opponent cannot force a fight right now. Really. Like, unless he like pushes him at his gold mine or somewhere where he needs a fend or position needs to hold, there's nothing he can do to actually force a fight, and he can just sit back and get heroic. And without ceasefire, there's nothing he can do against flaming weapons. But now, having like thrown away all the food, he's really struggling to get heroic, and so that really hurts him. But he has a lot of farms now, so he's gonna get back in shape. He's gonna take a bit, like at the moment he's almost not.
I think this is. If only heroes would stay alive longer, I think Hagrid could have easily taken a bunch of fights.
But he got a few good kills on there.
Yeah, the 2 Epicons. There's 1 Epicon on 16 HP, 1 on 1, and 1 on 2 HP. Like,
Yeah,
Hagrid's
he
army
should send
is...
those away to the raid. There should be a distraction.
Can you actually make the healer on the classical age?
It's been too long.
I have no clue, like... If he can, I think he actually should do it.
Yeah, the healer would be pretty good.
Alright, so
Really?
they are both heroes out, full HP, so this is a big power spike for Hagrid. He definitely wants to strike hard right now. Prevent Shelby from going heroic, because right now he has definitely the
Yeah.
resources to do so. He's on 22
He
farmers.
stabilizes this economy. Hagrid is gonna have trouble.
Yeah, and looks like
Because, as I
Shelby...
said,
Yeah, Shelby's economy is doing good right now. He's doing
There's
great.
nothing he can do against flaming weapons at the moment. Like he's not in any position to hold against flame weapons or defend it.
Alright, the spy is scouting the second gold mine of Hagrid, and Shelby's gonna send a couple Herziers. I mean, a couple.
Yeah.
More like 7 Herziers to this location.
Hagrid
So
has
Hagrid's
to
gonna lose.
follow around that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to guard that.
He's not
Just
paying
reach
attention.
better.
He's gonna lose a bunch of builds here. That's a big misplay because he definitely saw them because his units were rallying forward, and he definitely saw the Herziers coming past. It looks like Hagrid is gonna lose.
To be honest, I'm thinking 21
Oh my
villages.
god.
And
spawn
now
as well.
with the West unit spawn really has to get away there.
So he's gonna lose like 3 vills or something. Looks like. Already lost 1. He's gonna lose a second one here.
Hurts.
Third.
Painful.
5, 6.
But also Hagrid is gonna scout Shelby's second gold mine
Oh
again.
yeah.
Although-
An eye for an eye.
But how much is he gonna get? He's not gonna get as much as Shelby just did, that's for sure. He sent 21 villagers idle and killed some of those.
He's not circling around the dwarves.
Yeah.
If only he did. Alright, so Shelby's food income is getting pretty ridiculous right now. He's almost at 800. And he's also on full population. There is 800, so there is Bragi. And I think this is where Hagrid is in big trouble. Shelby is also sneakily taking a second TC, so that's gonna distract Hagrid for a while.
Whew, that town center.
Yeah, and
That
the Valkyrie
sounds
raid
like-
also on the
It's
gold
gonna
mine.
scout it right now. Maybe? The Hippicons are really close.
It's probably gonna go up regardless. There's not enough. Oh,
And
Oh, you
see the
should build
Valkyrie
it.
raiding the
No.
gold mine.
he could have definitely gotten this up, I think. He's
Yeah.
gonna lose everything instead.
Check the gold mine. Valkyrie's raiding.
Yeah, no, yeah, I said that. Like, this is a big
Mm.
damage.
Pretty good job there. And look at all these calf sitting idly there.
Yeah, he's... Oh.
He's going for the gold mine now.
Finally, Hagrid's starting to wall up, but this wall is
It's
not
way
even
too
gonna
late, and
finish. Yeah.
also, these heresies are gonna do a lot of damage again. Hagrid's economy is gonna suffer so much.
I think when he sees Bragi, like now, I think he just resigns.
Yeah, that's likely.
I don't see what you can do. Like, you're stuck on like 12 farmers. Your gold is being pressured. Yeah, I don't see a way out of this. Maybe if you can buy enough time, you know, but I don't think Shelby's gonna let him. You should just spam boars right now and just go all in with your push. Would be nice if you can get a second TC just for the extra 15 pop. And looks like that's what he wants to do before he pushes. Maybe also get, yeah, I was about to say, maybe also get copper shields, but he already has it. So maybe he gets bronze shields. He definitely has the economy if to do so, like research
Probably
and
wants
stuff.
to build a second temple as well. To pump out those
Yeah.
wars faster.
So he's gonna get this second TC first. Hagrid is definitely trying to... It's basically you strike now or never, like you don't wanna... You wanna fight those Herziers and the flaming weapons as far away as possible to your base. So he's trying to force something here, but he's not gonna be
But
successful.
his army is weaker at the moment, even without them.
Yeah,
So,
Hagrid's
trouble.
taking the second TC right now.
But considering the gold mines, they're kinda in the back, which is kinda annoying. So, he probably has enough of an advantage to just push through, but I'm just a fan of playing more safe. So he could also just take a 30C and go mythic, and then just go in with Fimble Winter.
Yeah, he's also getting Fimble Winter right now. He's on 20% here, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Shelby definitely
Let's
looking
just
to
see.
finish the game.
But killing DTC is not as impactful as what Shelby is doing. Shelby's gonna really cause chaos in his economy again. But now he's going for his villagers, that's good.
Alright, he's just gonna go for the TC on his own. He's also casting early flaming weapons. Interesting.
Which would be really good if he had waited a little bit, maybe. Also,
I'm not really a fan of the split decision though, because he basically what he did, he sent 8 Herziers to try and defend the Epicons of Hagrid, But they got, even with the flaming weapons, they got absolutely owned.
He could have.
And he just took a TC and that's it. Like, now Fimble Winter is gonna be a lot less powerful than it. Well, he's gonna get a second TC, it looks like.
Yeah, I think he should have just started with the outer TC from.
I think it doesn't really matter, like, he's gonna win regardless, but I think this is not the most spot on
And he
call.
should also send some units to the gold mines.
There's
Just
Fimble.
maybe one unit.
Yeah, there it is.
It's incredibly powerful. Just send like one or two pieces to like resources to a gold mine. One mixed unit. Really annoying to split up your own units. Like splitting your heroes to deal with miss units.
Yep. There you go, folks. That was game
That's
one.
Game one.
And moving on to Tundra now, which is going to be Shelby's pick. Definitely favors him a lot more than Poseidon on this map. We'll see how it goes. Waiting on you, man.
Alright.
Here we go, boys. Let's see, we got a Kona TC spawns Tundra, but no back gold mine it looks like.
Really good hunt for Shelby.
Yeah.
Look at this Aurochs.
Yeah,
It's huge.
Aurochs in base, double patch of hunt in the back. Alright. And he vetoes it, alright.
What? He vetoes his own?
I guess he did.
Okay. Whatever.
I'm not really sure, we can ask him, but it looked pretty good to me. Like,
What's his gold fine? Like,
I mean, his main gold mine was forward, but it's not like, I don't know. I don't think it's the maybe it's the reason.
didn't pay too much attention to his gold mine yet, so I don't know. Maybe his gold mine was kind of bad. Or why did he?
Yeah, so he bans it for the forward gold mine.
He has so much.
He had a yeah, his main gold mine was forward, but it's not like it was really awful, to be honest. Like, you can definitely play this because no gold mines are really forward on the EE.
Hagrit always rushes. Maybe that's why he didn't like it.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has 3 vetoes, so he's like, yeah, whatever. I think if he only had 1 or 2 vetoes, he wouldn't have vetoed this one, but since he has 3 of
Oh,
them...
his hunt, he gets it again.
Alright.
He gets it again.
Well, yeah, it's a bit like, well, this time he has a back gold mine, but I mean, it's not really... Hagrid does basically the same, it's just that the Aurochs are a bit further
Hagrid
down.
has a back gold mine right now and also double hunt in space. So this map is a lot better for Hagrid, I think, than the last map.
Yeah, last map was kind of harsh, but...
A general rule for me regarding vetoes is wait until the very last second. Because A, your opponent is maybe going to veto, and B, you don't know the map yet. You can just scout the entire map, like play the first minutes, and if you still think that it's best to veto, go ahead. But like this, he doesn't even know anything about the map or his opponent. Just imagine Hagrid would have vetoed that when you scouted the hunt. for example.
I definitely agree. These
Just a rush
TC, those middle TCs though are dreadful for Hagrid. So I'm wondering if as soon as he scouts this the second forward one, did he really?
Oh,
Oh boy.
really?
He probably won't veto this. Yeah. Yeah, even if you forgot Hentix dogs, like.
Dwarf in the circle. Really strong relic. Didn't really impact Phone in the early game though. But in some matchups it's a really overpowered relic.
Yeah, there's actually the double relics that favor siege, so an Egyptian would be really happy, especially Isis, to play this map.
A really powerful relic. It reminds me of a really old game. On RTS Sanctuary, like posted by Ably. And he got that relic on Marsh, I think it was Isis. And he like literally went full siege tower, that's only siege tower, nothing else. And outgeared forward. Pretty cool. And he won.
Well, yeah. I hope he did, because if he didn't, would have been
Yeah.
a pretty shitty story.
It's an odd game. It was funny to watch.
I mean, pros back in the day, they didn't really give a shit, like. They experimented a lot.
Tempo coming up for both players.
And by the way, Hagrid lured in 2 Aurochs, but I don't think. I'm not sure where they came from. I think they came from the middle because he has a patch of Aurochs on the bottom, on the south corner, but there's 3 of them right there. I think there were 3 already when I scouted at the very first second. So I think those 2 Aurochs coming from the middle of the map. So Hagrid is getting a great value out of his lore early on. And he also does something that I really like, he shifts. He knows his food villagers are being spied, so he just shifts them on wood or gold or anything, you know.
What I prefer to do well, there's something you can do regarding Spire. Spire is technically, well, not useless, but you can get its use down by a lot. You can like press a button for the power menu, just keep checking it until it's marked as casted, and just pay attention to where your opponent had vision at that very moment, and you always know where he casted it. And you can like control group the patch of villages, and just always know that spy is among those. It can't be anywhere else, and so you can always control the vision that you show your opponent, which is kinda useful. And you can send them to a place where your opponent can invade. Like wood is actually still good. Like right now, he's next to his hunt, so he knows about his hunt, and just wood villagers. He sees there's no wall, there's no protection. It's like raidable. So he's actually giving his opponent good information right now. But he could have also sent the villager, for example, on a tree next to his town center, or the group of villagers next to the town center. Could have sent them on the Aurochs next to the TC. To many places, basically. I just prefer to keep them as close to the town center as possible to like limit vision. And there's the Cyclops.
Almost grabs 1 vill.
Yeah. Like at the very last second, he was like, "Nah, I'm hitting the house."
Yeah, man. So 3 house being picked off by Hagrid there.
Yeah.
Double
Another case
stables
of
on the
building
top.
stuff safe. Now this time his temple does have purpose, kinda, though, but I would still prefer wall over the temple there.
Yeah, I mean it takes space around the gold mine, so it's pretty good for like retreating and stuff.
Yeah. Just saying
And it
that,
creates a
like,
natural choke
wall-
for you to fight in, like.
I just think that wall would be less risk because he doesn't want to lose a temple.
You mean between the temple and the forest?
Nah, like he could have made a wall from the forest to the tower,
Oh, for the tower, okay.
and
Yeah, I guess.
it's just, I guess, a habit of mine to build buildings really safe and also don't get touched. They're really valuable. That's
It's,
kind of wasted.
Yeah, that's very okay. The Hersey just
he's pitching.
run past through the house.
That's a really good pick up there. Get the
Dude, I think Hagrid is actually raping Shelby right now.
Yeah, like these early picks are really crucial. And he already got a house, and he's gonna get a second house.
Shelby only has 2 Herses to sort of counter raid.
Lifeline,
It's
he
not
can't-
nearly enough. And if only Hagrid knew about the hunters just that are right beside him. Is it me or the Cyclops is
So-
just running around the
This right here is
Alright.
a game. I really want to see an archery range from Hagrid right now.
Yeah, those wall chips are slightly bugged, that's what I thought. Like, alright.
The passing is genius.
Yeah, dude. Can we blame you for that? No. We can't.
I had nothing to do with it.
Blame Toby for that, okay? The Cyclops is gonna glide his way through the temple just to kill himself. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I really want to see Toxotes right now. Because Toxotes can shoot the dwarves from a safe distance, where they cannot be shot by the town center. They safely put them off and just hold them around.
It looks like Shelby got a free High spawn in the middle of Hagrid's base, so that might be a bit annoying.
Now he's
One
getting
lead is definitely
close.
gonna go down.
This is
Like
not great.
Shelby is doing some damage in the meantime, but
Yeah,
it's
he's
not-
got a villager.
yeah, but it's not really like game-changing damage. Whereas also Shelby is
But
pushed off
I
hunt.
really dislike how far he's going away from his base with his food gatherers. He should stay safe and get those aurochs. I mean, yeah, he got pushed off once, but no need to leave. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna get spotted now, and I think Shelby is just. He doesn't really want to upgrade his towers. If he does, he can definitely hunt the Aurochs a lot safely.
Hagrid really needs to pay more attention to the gold mine. I mean, Shelby has been gathering so long. There's no need for him to get any gold at all. It's a shame. Just failing on the micromanagement there. And he's not having any food to make villagers to carry this. Has no.
And this Hynera is really being a pain in the ass for Hagrid, and it looks like Theseus is gonna come back and deal with it. One dwarf is gonna get picked off in the meantime, and
All of this could have been prevented if he just stayed home. Could have easily like gathered from his goats. Like right now, he should just send some villagers on his goats because he needs to get his protection back up.
yeah, he's definitely being heavily damaged right now.
He should really make it. Toxotes are so powerful.
Yeah, I like them as well, but Hagrid doesn't like them just for the purpose of being immobile.
They're not that slow. Well,
I mean, they're pretty slow, but it's not like I mean, if you learn to use them correctly and positions them correctly, like they can be so powerful.
Yeah. Look at Shelby being on food and gold again. And there's gonna be a raid on his food, which could have again been prevented if he just stayed home properly. There's a good chance that Shelby comes back in this game.
Oh, the raid
But
though.
he's taking a lot of damage as well now, so let's an eye for an eye. Kinda.
I mean, this is a big eye. Like Shelby's getting wrecked right now. And he has all those dwarves moving in on the right. If this is spotted, this is instant GG.
But yeah, he lost a lot of villagers on his own as well.
Yeah, and Theseus also died, and looks like, yeah, I think Hagrid lost like something, I don't know, like 4 villagers or something, and the dwarves are scouted. Holy shit, this is gonna hurt.
Disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting. It's a shame one half of the Epicon army was not doing anything in the meantime.
Yeah.
But
Well, they were watching out for their mate. Darlings playing.
But now Hagrid needs to be careful. The reinforcements are coming from the south, and I think if Shelby can maybe like squeeze out a good fight, it would be now. I don't know. I'm not sure he can win though. But yeah, Hagrid just takes the safe option and just retreats. Nice spawn, Kappa. And yeah, we still don't see any Toxotes action. Just double stables. Hagrid's probably struggling to get his food going.
Yeah.
Actually, he has more food total than Shelby actually.
I really don't like the amount of villagers Hagrid has. He's below by 2.
Oh, that's an aggressive healing spring.
Yeah, the issue is that he
Alright.
hasn't been producing villagers for so long.
Yeah, is he really
Finally
behind?
started villagers again.
Yeah, I think he barely caught up just because of the fact that the dwarves got raided. And that's a big fight for Hagrid to take. He's getting rid of all the myth units as well. The Valkyrie was low HP, so she can instantly wrecked, and looks like the Anira is gonna get dealt with as well. We should probably see a Ippolita coming up. Yeah, there it is.
But you should really make Toxotes.
He won't. He won't.
Why is he's going back to his forward hunt, ignoring his pretty safe hunt next to his base?
Yeah.
Why?
And there's 9 villages as well, and Shelby is gonna know about this.
Yeah, he's gonna continue his work, but food is finally gathered up, so he's probably gonna go home.
If Hagrid loses this game, it's probably gonna be because of this. No, he doesn't even realize. Okay, now he realizes, but
finally. Oh, he targets the wrong villager. Could have.
Those raids are so painful, man. He gets a free spawn out of it as well, I think.
And
he's gonna lose 2 vills. It's not the end of the world, but it's pretty painful. But in the meantime, Shelby is not mining any gold.
Getting gold again.
Yeah, okay, now he is.
He kinda tricked Hagrid, went for the wrong gold mine. And he's slowly like stabilizing his food economy.
But Hagrid will know, like he's scouting all the nearby gold mines, so he's definitely gonna know.
The issue is, right now it's at 31 against 23 villages. So that's a huge difference in the
but Hagrid has more army though. So if he just takes a good fight on the gold mine, he can gold starve the guy and just win off of this.
And he will need to do that because...
And there it is,
if
nice.
on for too long, Shelby is gonna come back in economy. He needs to control and contain.
Yeah, and also not lose any more units, which looks like he might. Those gold villagers are gonna go, just retreats in time.
Yeah.
He probably won't lose anyone.
Raid. It's still a good raid. He pushes him off.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna lose now. Hall of Fame's a pretty good upgrade.
And he's gonna get gold again. There's gonna be one Hippicon scouting it, but he'll probably be able to gather for quite some time. This was a really good raid. And now it's already like a 12 villager difference. That's so huge.
Now Hagrid, what he's gonna do? Is he gonna just wait for the Heroes to impale, or okay, he's just going for the jugular. He's just gonna go and strike for the dwarves. Looks like he wants to do a bit of both. Alright, keep stabs on what the Heroes is hard.
To be honest, Shelby kinda made a mistake, I think. Like now he's going back, and he's gonna lose a lot. What I think he should have done is he should have.
Look at Hagrid's army; it's so scary, dude.
Yeah,
and he's gonna circle the doors, maybe. This is a good fight for Hagrid, I think. He has so many Hippicons, man.
Well, any fight is good for him because
Shelby is full pop as well, so he's not gonna get any mission spawns. And the army is split in 2, so yeah, this is a big move by Hagrid here.
Yeah, what I wanted to say is that Shelby has a few options, and he has to either go heroic, like stop spending any gold, go heroic so he can use the market, or he needs to send a lot on wood and make trolls. Trolls can really do well here.
Yeah, I guess they can.
But so,
especially
what he should have done earlier, like he ran away, since it was only one Hippicon, he could have taken a small risk, killed the Hippicon with his dwarves, and just gathered 200 gold. He had 300 in his bank. If he just gathered 200 gold, he could have run back to his base and
Shelby is suiciding his dwarves.
But yeah, he just needs 200 more gold. If he can just stop spending anything and just get heroic, he's gonna be so fine. Like the only risk for him right now is to not get heroic, not be able to build that market for trade resources. Because like getting gold staff is the only way for him to lose.
And I think he just might lose to that right now, because Hagrid is moving in with all of his army, and that's a pretty scary one.
Yeah.
He should not fight.
But he's losing a lot of units. Like his bottom half of his army has just pretty much died without doing too much.
Alright, so let's see.
But yeah, he should have 500 gold now. He should just probably consider to retreat. Like get all the dwarves back home and just distract with Perseus. Raid. Like Right now, he's 500 gold. He can go back.
This is it, dude. This is the fight that decides the game.
No, he can just go back. Shelby has kind of won at this point. Shelby just needs to go back.
I think
And
Shelby
he needs to
won't.
take-
I think he won't. I know Shelby. He won't. He will lose this fight, and this is the game. I think
Yeah.
Hagrid takes it.
Like, just think about it. He could go back, go heroic. He could raid this Perseus. Like in the meantime, he could raid Perseus, and he could make troll. So he would max pop with like 5 to 6 trolls. God damn you, Shelby.
I knew that was gonna happen. I
Yeah,
just
but
knew
that's
it.
like such a misplay. It's like, god damn it, Shelby, why do you do that? I
Yeah.
hope he watches this and thinks about what I said. He could have really won this and rather
Man,
easily.
Hagrid was so all in on this. He was so all in. Look at the civilian count. It's actually
He's
crazy.
so far behind.
Yeah, he's absolutely. I don't know.
He could have easily traded wood for gold once he was heroic. He could have made so many trolls and raided with Perseus to stall time.
Oh,
And there would
boy.
have been nothing that Hagrid could have been done about it. Like, Hagrid cannot dive. I mean, he could try, but like fighting next to the town center and the towers.
But no, yeah. The thing is, I think Shelby had. I'm gonna check the food, but I think he peaked at like 500 food at one point. Yeah, barely 500 food, and he was still auto queuing Herses at that time. And I think, yeah, as you said, if he cancelled the Herses production and just try and bank that 800 to go heroic, I think he had a chance there. And
It
then
would
you
have
can
been more
reprod
about
between
the gold. He just needed to get those 500 outside gold, and then he can run back to his base and be safe.
I think he easily had them at one point.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Like, that's what I said he like during that engagement, like even before, before Hagrid actually united his army there, he could have just ran home because he already had the 500 gold. I saw it in that tab, which is a really nice feature from EE. And he could have just used that.
Yeah. Well, he didn't, and he paid the
Yep.
price.
Yep.
All right.
But he's hopefully gonna watch the video and learn from it. He should have really made more trolls. Trolls are so powerful, especially
Yeah,
against
they're only
Greek.
slow, but they're pretty good against Greek.
Yeah, and if he's not like leaving his base, just staying defensive, they're even better. I mean, outside they can't really catch up with the raids, but as a defensive or stationary tower kind of type unit, they're doing really great. And once he pushes out for the gold mines or wood or food or whatever himself, they're also really strong. Who is this? Come here. The randoms.
Yeah, man. All right. So we're on our way to Mediterranean, and looks like the trend from yesterday continues as both players take each the map of their opponent. So we'll see if this keeps on happening. I definitely don't expect to. I expect Hagrid to get a free win here, because this is Shelby's worst map. I don't know why he banned Midgard instead of this, but he definitely hates Midit. So we'll see what happens there. If Shelby can win this, however, I think he's gonna have such like good momentum, you know, and like morale boost. That I think he can
But
just
I
roll through the
think
rest
this
of the
map-
series.
This map will really fit to Hagrid's playstyle of always going Ares. It's,
Yeah, that as well. Like
This
Poseidon
time,
is just
Ares is actually a
crazy,
good choice.
crazy good on this map. Probably the best god on this map. I think it's even better than Zeus in most cases.
Mm,
In most cases. Just mentioning, the fish for Hagrid is not really optimal. Shelby's fish is godlike though. So we'll see if Hagrid realizes it. I mean, he's definitely gonna realize it, but we'll see if he uses a veto for it. Both players still holding on to 2 vetoes, by the way. And Hagrid, being the lucky guy he usually is, lures in a lion first. So that's gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass. Need to micro. Okay, never mind. Gets wrecked by the TC. So yeah, I think Hagrid should veto this, to be honest. Just because, I mean, you need to get a win here. If you don't win this because you get a slightly worse fish, Like you need a win here. No question. You need to win this map. So we'll see if he does. Oh shit. Sorry. We'll see if he does, and what's gonna happen in the meantime. As usual, some Greeks bullshit going on pigs.
I was just thinking a little bit about that wood game placement. Could have actually been a lot better.
You mean in the inside of the forest? On the right, Like on the right in the hole?
On the left, like
yeah, or on the left.
That big patch on the left thing, in the middle of that, for example.
I mean, you're gonna usually do a second wood depot.
Yeah.
For one forest, you usually make 2 of them. So.
But this is like only a few trees, and then it's already a huge gap.
I mean, it's not the most efficient in the long run, but it's pretty efficient for now.
Yeah, obviously. Like any camp is going to be efficient for a few trees at least.
Oh.
And these other villages need to use. What he should have done also was like micro the TC first, and then the villager. The TC is kind of slow, like, and it takes a bit until it actually shoots.
Yeah.
So you could have like just targeted first, then the villagers.
Alright, so
Killed the animal faster.
I mean, when I said Hagrit's fish is it's pretty bad. It's not really. Yeah.
Also bad. He could have lured that thing. More efficient. But won't matter too much. Temple coming up. Is he gonna advance at 430?
I think 430 for both players. Hagrid just has its temple slightly up slightly faster, but I think it's gonna be 430.
So probably the last villager right now.
Yeah, after this villager is most likely gonna go up. Yeah, he has like 8 on food right now, it's definitely enough. You can see he's putting 5 on gold, it looks like, and the rest on food. He's missing 1 food, there you see, okay, there you go. And there Ares, and
okay.
It's gonna be a bit delayed for Shelby, 4:45. So
second dock coming up.
yeah, we should.
Shelby
see the second
really
docks.
needs a second dock as well.
This second dock for Hagrid is perfect, pretty much. Then if he wins water, he can expand on the left side, you know. And there is a second dock for Shelby, and the hippo is just nice to scout around. It's pretty good mid shield as well.
He should also have more docks next to his main dock, though. Just a thought that I think his second dock should have been on the right side, at that other patch where he's actually gathering right now.
Hagrid, you mean?
It would have boosted his boats that are gathering there right now, and it would have mattered during early battles because he could have used like both docks to shoot arrows, and this left one is probably not going to influence any early fights on the water.
Why not?
Well, it's split from the other dock,
Not that much.
but they're not gonna be able to shoot at. Both of them are not gonna be able to shoot. Always only be one.
Alright, so one
And
dock
so
only
he
gets pest, so that's a nice thing by Shelby, paying attention and splitting his docks. But I think Hagrid did fine going with this dock here, because he has like this dock is crazy efficient for fishing, and he managed to get 2 fishing ships out of it before doing a classical. And also some nice walling on the left side, looks like. Shelby
Should
Hagrid
be
not forgetting
taking
his
those
houses.
boats on the left side out. Yeah, some that he can pick.
I think
Shall we
Hagrid is doing
retreat some?
great. There is a Cyclop coming up. Should not let the scout die.
The troll.
Alright,
Troll got way too close there.
yeah.
But the troll should be fine.
Trireme taking a lot of damage though, and looks like Shelby is gonna plan to fight on water. He's garrisoning his.
Yeah, he
longboats
needs to
right
micro his trireme.
now. You need to get rid of the Herzer right now. Like you definitely want to take some damage and just kill the Herzer. He should fight this. Alright, so there is the longboat coming up for
This
Shelby.
is that position right now.
Yeah, he has to retreat. And this Cyclops is gonna have to run away. So Shelby definitely doing a good job. By the way, I don't think any player got Persine yet. It's all about the fight right now, and the Cyclops is gonna eat up a lot of damage from the longboats. Not gonna go down, but now the longboats are kind of trapped, and there's right now 7, another 8. Well, yeah, the 2 coming in reinforcements are gonna force Hagrid back.
But this
So-
is looking pretty bad for Hagrid at the moment.
I mean, he's banking up some food, so eventually he can get a smoother heroic age. But yeah, right now he just needs
right
to
now
hold on
he
to the
already
water.
lost a few boats, and he has another very low HP boat. Shelby has 2 low HP boats as well. Finally losing some as well.
It's not like, I mean, there's still the advantage in range. It's not really as big as it was before, but the
Yeah.
advantage for Hagrid is still there on the water. But definitely, I think
But there's some questionable micro.
the fact that the pest didn't really do as much is definitely something that sets him back, and that's a great healing spring. I love this.
It's not healing really slow.
It's still pretty good. Like what I also do when I used to play 4 a lot, and when I was doing that when I was 4, I was going up Freya, and I was putting the Valkyrie near, at the exact same spot where the healing spring is.
This game is kind of over. Hagrid already won, I think. Recovering from this is pretty difficult.
I guess it is. And it looks like Shelby, yeah, he can't really keep up as far as wood is concerned. Because he's right now auto-queuing dwarves on gold, it looks like.
Which is a shame because he should have could have just focused those low HP boats, and then he could have like backed off and like used his docks to defend his advantage, heal his weakened boats, and then go again, rinse and repeat. Just take those pokes and push at advantage, but he had some questionable micro. Lost his low HP boats early. Did not focus the low HP boats that Hagrid had. Like they were just alive for the entire fight pretty much, and they were only at like maybe 20 HP minus. Could have easily been picked off, and that had a huge impact on his DPS in that fight. Just made him win.
Gotta agree. And now it looks like Hagrid is gonna gear up to go heroic. He just has to deal with this 5 Hersey raid, and then he's gonna be good to win the game, I think. Also, the spy doesn't really give him any intel. Like, he knows that this part is walled in, so he can't really do anything. So he's just gonna gather up some favor and kill some towers. But
Yeah, he has the resources to advance right now. He should click.
there is Aphrodite.
Go. He just wants to build some buildings. Like I don't understand the stables. He should have built. He really doesn't like
Toxote.
building, I guess.
Die.
Toxote is hoplites.
He hates Toxote.
And could have upgraded infantry already, because once he's heroic, he can make hyperspists. So he wants barracks in place. Could have tried going for a town center. I mean, he can also make some cap. It's fine. But
I
they are
think
not
Hagrid is
as-
just taking the safest option right now. Just having a smooth heroic, making sure you absolutely destroy all the docks or kick off your opponent off water.
But look at Shelby, still making boats. But
No, you're
they're
right, he
just-
actually is.
they're wasted.
That's a waste, yeah, that's a massive waste in my opinion.
And
Because right now the Skilla is gonna come as well, and she can like clean up
look at the
1v5.
Heretics dying to the Townsend.
Yeah, he also gets a free spawn of Valk, so
To
she's
be
gonna
honest, at
take
this
up
point,
damage.
he could just use Curse on his economy. It actually hurts quite a bit. It's just like Locust, I guess. And considering like the advantage on economy he has on water, but look at Hagrid's micro. God damn it! He didn't even notice.
Yeah, the docks.
He just kept fighting the dock the entire time. He lost
Yeah.
all the boats.
Well, it's not gonna matter too much because the Skilla is gonna rampage through everything.
No, he didn't go Skiller.
Oh wait. Oh right. Yeah.
It's fine. Technically, he had one. Well,
Alright, never mind.
he just needs to make some siege boats. now.
Never mind. Is he actually gonna lose water now?
I don't know. He's really throwing this at the moment. He should just make some siege boats. Don't make hammer ships, please. Please.
Yeah, they're
What
absolutely
the
useless.
fuck?
They're so
Just because
useless.
the pros are making hammer ships all the time when they're going heroic, doesn't mean that you should make hammer ships. There's a reason. The reason why most of the pros make hammer ships when they're going heroic is because their opponent is also heroic. Thus, he's making siege boats. Well, the theory is kinda the one going first makes siege boats, one going second makes hammer ships and counters. So
I'm very
you also
confused
have-
right now. I'm very confused right now. First of all, why he went Aphrodite, and second of all, yeah, those siege,
Aphrodite
those
was
siege
the right
boats.
choice.
I mean, you can,
Aphrodite was
bronze,
really
bronze still does really good against flaming weapons.
good. No, it's not only about that. Like Curse is insanely strong. Curse is insanely overpowered. One of the best go.
Doesn't work on Hershey's though.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't need it on Hershey's.
I don't know.
Curse is insanely overpowered. Then the tax you get from Aphrodite for the villagers are really strong. And you need to think about it from the
What?
perspective that what do you gain from Dionysus? You gain skillers. You have already one water, you don't need them.
Well,
What do you
technically he did, but he actually threw it.
Yeah, he's just throwing
The
water.
skill I would have made up for his mistake, I guess. He also has one. You see what he did with the hearses in the longboat? He took those 5 hearses straight into the longboat, and right now the longboat is gonna park on the right. Alright.
He could still reclaim water if he wants to. He could still make siege boats.
Oh,
But
that's a big raid.
Shelby's in a really strong position at this point.
I'm very confused.
So yeah, just a recap what Hagrid should have done. Hagrid should have taken a town center. He had one water. Like, just let's assume, even if he lost those boats, he should have immediately made just a few siege boats. It doesn't need much. Just pull back those few items he should have left. Make maybe 3 to 5 siege boats that can easily carry water. And at the same time, he wants to take a second to see on land, get barracks up, and get some units. And he did neither, nothing of that. Like, he made the wrong boats, he didn't take a TC, and he's making CAC. But he is good. It's good that he's making some units, but it's questionable how much he can achieve because he has this really good gold mine next to his TC there. He can protect it probably.
I think the
Don't
biggest
seriously-
mistake of Hagrid's entire run of mistakes is like the fact that he kept attacking the dock with like 10 boats.
Yeah, that's just,
He could have got rid of
Lack
the
of
boats.
awareness.
Like I don't know.
but he's having a really good raid. Like
Yeah.
he's pushing him off of
This
the
is
boat.
this is the second good raid he's having right now.
Yeah.
But he's lost water now. That's it.
Yeah.
He's not planning to reclaim it. He's gonna go on
He's
second TC. He's
behind
on berries
by-
right now.
Well, he was behind by 10 civil units, but he has killed some, so he's kind of catching up a bit.
Yeah, but look at the current resources of like Shelby. He can go.
Shelby,
whatever he
yeah,
wants.
Shelby really has this in the bag now. He's in such a strong position. He has the villager count, he has water, like he has the economy. He can sit back at this point and get ready to roll. Well, he has to deal with this pressure, but look at him wasting his hyperfist against the PC.
Yeah, I'm not sure what
He's-
Hagrid is trying to
He's
achieve on
already
this
lost
side.
like 5 to 6 hyperfist, and his calf is getting picked off by that battle ball. So he's kind of losing his units, and except for these few units, he doesn't really have much. And there's even more here in this water. He's using boats to protect them.
Yeah, he's using boats to transport the horses.
So he has the economy, and he has he's gonna have the army, and he can immediately go mythic as well. He's getting a third Thompson as well, so he's really gonna hold his advantage there. But check the docks. Hagrid is trying to fight what he can, and now he's making siege boats. But at this point, Shelby is heroic as well, so it's not
He
gonna
can
work.
make hammer
But
ships
can
if he
make,
wants.
Fire sequence things. No, hammer ships.
Yeah.
Fire sequence is Atlantean. God damn it.
I think he should curse here if he gets in range of the villagers on the berries. That looks like it was.
It's a bit too. It's a bit late for that. Like, does he even has crits at this point? I would have used it like a locust. Just as simple as that. The mindset would have been this: I have 1 water. I have good food economy. The opponent doesn't.
No, there it is.
And
So yeah, you got 4 Veils and 4 raiding cab.
so
He's gonna lose
I
the
would
Lion,
simply
he's gonna lose the Polito.
think that since I already hurt his economy a lot on water, if he loses any further villages, it's probably like just a finishing blow, pretty much. Making it really hard. But he didn't, which is unfortunate. Could have really hurt so much after the water to also lose a bunch of villages on land as well. Then he would have been behind by so much economically. But Hagrid is kinda catching up. He's spiked past, so he's trying to rebuild that economy, and he can't have it if he can defend long enough to get his economy back in place. He needs to take that 30 seeds though.
I mean, even if the game, even if the game goes super late game, I don't see how a Loki can lose this game. Like, you can siege with Ballista. If the game goes hyper late game, like the map layout is like so good for Ballista push. You can never stop. You just go on one side, you never stop. You just need to wall up. That's all you need to do.
I don't know. Greek is really good in late game. Helpholders are really OP. What makes Greek really powerful in late game most of the time is that they can split push really well. And like really sudden split pushes. What they tend to do a lot is trading. For example, you push on the left side, they push on the right side. And their units are so strong. They can easily push through. So even if you beat their armies straight up, they can just avoid you and do the same damage to your base, to your economy.
Hagrid is just impaling himself.
All those units. That's hurting.
He's making a move command and then doesn't pay attention to where his army is actually going.
Yeah. And look on the right side, there's a raid coming in. But there's a wall, so that's...
Yeah, that's nice.
You just need to take care of the wall. You should be able to do it quickly.
Also, the siege ships of Hagrid have finally been ungarrisoned, but he's not really doing anything with them right now, so...
Yeah, unfortunately.
So half of the army of Shelby is not attacking really, but those boars are never gonna die. And the lion is, if he doesn't retreat. Alright, at least there's a fortress to kind of take care of the raid on the right, but I mean, I don't see Shelby losing this game really. Is he going mythic? Alright, there it is.
Yep.
Oh, he didn't actually use flaming weapons, which I agree, because he doesn't really have any like actual human units.
Yeah.
So, but he decides to go Filmer Winter immediately, which is interesting.
I mean, there's no point in waiting.
Well, waiting, you can have a better push.
Well, if you catch it earlier, you're gonna do more damage to his economy at an earlier time.
Yeah, that's what you get, but...
Well, that's always good in a negative decision. Well, most of the time. But he's...
Ultimately, it handicapped Hagrid enough that he cannot really repel this aggression, like the triple boars right now are doing so much.
Got a good raid actually, he killed some.
Yeah, but he's gonna lose everything here.
But...
Yeah.
Damn it. I'm just thinking, this situation, especially with his current gold economy, I would have really liked to see him go hell actually. Those fire giants could have rocked.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, in the same way the Greek can split push, North can do it with fire giants to a certain degree, until the Greek has the heroes and the units to defend against them. What are you saying, Hagrid? You had one.
Yeah. I
The
gotta
same
agree.
thing
I
I
gotta
said
agree.
last game, and I'm hoping that Shelby's gonna watch the game, like the video, and gonna learn from it. I'm hoping that Hagrid is gonna watch this and learn from it and see his mistakes.
Alright, out we go, and the next map is gonna be Savannah, which is gonna be Shelby's pick. We'll see what happens there. Shelby can
But
take
this
the
is
lead right now if he
really-
wins this one.
Really interesting, though. Also goes to show how much you can do and how much you can improve. It's just a few clicks difference, like not attacking that dog, for example, and losing those boats. It's just a minor
I mean,
thing.
yeah, when he let Shelby come back on the water, it's basically what he lost. Like, you don't really have to go and look for further mistakes.
Yeah,
I mean, if he
mean-
doesn't do this crucial one mistake, then he does. You don't have to look about the other mistakes he did. You know.
He still had a winning position even after wasting those arrow ships. If he just made siege boats instead of hammer ships.
Yeah, true. It's just like one mistake after another. But if he doesn't make the first one, like
Yeah.
even if he made hammer ships, I think he had enough. Just if you don't
Uh,
attack the
Well,
dock,
the hammer ships would have been fine. Well, it would not have made a difference. It would have been wrong, but it would have been fine.
yeah, because he had enough
Instead-
ships in the first place to deal with the longboats.
So he didn't even need any more ships.
Huh.
He could have just microed those boats
And
taken
win
care
the
of them.
fight.
And he could have also microed his boats when he was taking care of the docks. Like microing against arrows from the docks, so he didn't lose any boats. Didn't.
Alright, on to the next game we go, Savannah. Both players still holding on to 2 vetoes each. And we can see a aggressive Savannah TC spawns. We can see in the middle they're also pretty fair placed, gotta say. It looks to be one of those Savannahs where one back TC is gonna... Oops, sorry guys. One back TC is gonna secure a gold mine and the other one is not, so definitely Shelby with the map advantage. Now, as far as hunt spawns are concerned, I think Shelby also has the advantage here. He has a big patch of giraffe on the left, and well, that's about it really. I mean, there's 2 rhinos in the middle on the left. Shelby also has a patch of giraffe on the right, and Hagrid has 2 rhinos. So the rhinos of Shelby are in the middle of the
What
map.
do you know about the rhinos? I don't see them.
There's 2 rhinos on the second TC in the middle left.
Can you see them? Can you see the entire map already?
Can I see what?
Can you see the entire map already? Because I can't see them.
Yeah, I can.
How?
I don't know, man.
There's a new observer feature that I don't know about yet.
Oh yeah, you're right, I forgot to tell you. You press Alt, Shift, F,
When did they add that?
and then you can reveal the map.
When the fuck did they add that?
It's something we do every time, dude. Yeah, when you watch the
I've
stream
been
before, you
watching all
never
of
saw.
these games without that. I was always
Wow,
having-
I was always talking about the map laid out before when the game
yeah,
starts.
I was thinking about it, but I wasn't sure. At this point,
Yeah,
it was
dude.
kind of obvious because I couldn't see what you were talking about, so I was kind of thinking. Also, last game I was really confused when you were like already
The
talking
fish.
about the fish
Yeah.
difference, and I was thinking, but we only see the first dock and the first fish spot. Like, what about the other fish?
All right. Well, now
that
the more
explained
you know,
everything.
man.
When was this even added? I
Gotta
never
ask. You
used
gotta
this.
ask Toby. I have no clue, dude. I think
I
it was
think
added a
I
while
should
ago,
know.
actually.
This is something I should maybe know, but I don't know.
At least a year back, I think it was added. Like maybe even before
Yeah.
that.
This
It's
is
been a
really
while.
cool. This is really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. So yeah, as I said, like the rhino spawns. Shelby's in the middle on the left, and Hagrid's in the back on the left.
I'm gonna turn it off though because I kind of like the fog.
I mean, I like to reveal it, and then I go back with fog vision just to see what the players watch.
Which button combination was it again?
Alt Shift F.
Yeah, it looks much better with the fog, much more natural. when the fog is off and everything is so bright, I kinda don't like it.
You don't like the brightness?
I don't know. It just feels uncomfortable for some reason. Prefer it this way.
Alright.
Fog is cool.
We can see 7 goats for Hagrid to the 6 goats of Shelby. It's definitely gonna matter, especially like
yeah.
we know already what's gonna happen. It's basically gonna be Ares versus Forseti, and a pretty nice up timing for Hagrid. It's gonna be I think 4:20 or something. So pretty nice.
But yeah, the observer features that have been added on EE are really good. One of the best things that came with EE.
The only
Like,
good thing.
Being able being able to observe a game with multiple people without recorded game issues. The overlays that you can actually see the resources and the unit production and everything.
Yeah, I gotta say the overlay is also pretty good, pretty nice, especially
Yeah.
like the production tab.
Yeah, it does kind of look a little bit thrown together in terms of like the way the interface looks.
I think it's pretty nice. I don't really see any other way you can do it. You
There's some like clipping from the textures and the letters, so it's not really fleshed out. It could have been a lot better, but it works. So hey,
Yeah, man.
I'm a perfectionist, so it's some small details, but it could have easily done better. Just saying. The dogs card. Please move it. All the villagers are walking, and there's S.
All right. Let's see if well, as usual, let's see if our Bo Shelby can come back. Yeah, those temples are pretty nice.
For the first time, they're defensive.
The only thing that matters here actually is the Shelby actually knows that Hagrid is hunting in the forefront.
Yeah, both of them are hunting outside, and
Triple stables actually instead of double stables.
the heresies are gonna run to his hunt. And his hero is already running past it. So
Yep.
that's what I heard.
Yeah, Hagrid's gonna have to pull
I
here. I
hope
don't
he's
think you
gonna
can fight
find
those two heresies.
I really hope he finds that hunt.
Hagrid is gonna
And
be a bit
troll.
pissed off, and yeah, he has to run
Oh,
away.
he stopped. That's gonna be the troll. He's dead. He got trolled. But he forced him off hunt. Shelby got scared and moved back.
Yeah.
He did kill villagers.
Yeah, he did, and damage 1
So
pretty heavily.
the damage is clearly in Shelby's favor.
He always
now.
seems to get a little bit of an edge in the early game.
Yeah, Hagrid is his shortcomings are is like multitasking and.
I think Hagrid is just not paying enough respect to the spy. I mean, he did shift them 2 games ago, like shift the wood, the food. I mean, you can like put a wall, you know, and at least, like let's say now you see the behind the giraffe where Hagrid was hunting, just right there, where the rhinos are, you know. Just put a wall here. It doesn't actually matter. If you get ready, you just run past the wall. It's not a wall to, you know, secure location. It's just a wall to avoid suffering losses, you know. At least you do that, and at least you don't lose any vills if you have to pull back.
There he goes to this hunt again, but
He's gonna lose the
he doesn't know about the spy trick, so meh.
Yeah, man. Like,
It's kind of funny actually.
and
When
he's gonna lose a lot this time because the 6 horse is moving on, and he
When people sometimes spy
all of
my
faints 50%.
Pharaoh, or
There's a
like,
wall. That's a long one though.
spy like a low-cost unit or something, I sometimes just immediately delete the unit. It looks kind of fishy though, because it's usually what a map hacker would do. Is that it just immediately delete what you spied because they can see what you've casted spy on. And
That's it if you're
probably
really
also kind
edgy
of looks
though.
silly, but it's like I find it funny, and it's technically not optimal, like especially when it's a pharaoh, because if I delete my pharaoh, I lose quite a bit of resources because I can empower. But I sometimes just also prefer to do it because if I delete him like really early, like for example at minute like 2 or 3, for example, I get him back and my opponent's not gonna have any vision anymore. Whereas if I wouldn't delete him and I am gonna go for classic fight, for example, then he's always gonna know where my army is going, because the Pharaoh is an absolute powerhouse and key unit in any battle. So it would kinda be really annoying to not get rid of that.
Alright, Shelby decides to kill the spy, not let him live, and yeah, the spy Vil was running towards the wall that Hagrit built on the left, and this is what I mean. You just a standard wall, you know, it doesn't really have to cover anything. Just a wall you can run past, so you can fuck with the pathing of the guy who's raiding you. And Hagrid is just not respecting the Loki raids and the spy, and this is causing him huge losses every time.
He really needs.
Even though he's ahead now, I don't know why.
He really needs a head. Needs a hero at his hand, so he can deal with a Valkyrie. But like right now, he has one villager on his hand. One. This is horrible. He's behind by 4 villagers already.
Yeah, I just checked the civilian count. I think he had a massive TC idle time because there's no villager production for a while.
Yeah, Shelby's just really establishing his advantage again.
Sexy raid by Hagrid though. It's gonna get eventually.
Yeah, but he's gonna lose his Hippicon fighting.
Immediately punished.
He's gonna
by
lose
Shelby.
one for sure. Oh, he's not. Okay.
Theseus also got fucked here by the pathing of the wall ships.
And he's gonna get a villager here. He's raiding chicken guys. Okay. So.
The fight on the bottom also going in favor of Shelby here. So Hagrid is losing a bit. Like he's losing every bit on the map.
Yeah, he's losing all over the map pretty much. The only battle in Hagrid's favor right now is that Hippolyta again. Cyclops. No. Those 3 helpful monkeys, I hate them.
Man, the Cyclops gonna get owned now, and it's a bunch of
Cyclops,
favor
really
for
good pick.
Shelby.
A lot of favor again.
Yeah, look at the pop difference. Like, there's already 30 pop difference for Shelby. I think this is it.
Yeah, the main thing is the villager difference. He's 6 ahead.
Yeah.
And he's still hunting. Whereas, yeah, I guess he just sent some more villagers back to the giraffes.
Hagrid is now hunting back, but still, like, he's out of goats pretty much. And he already has to transition his farm.
And he's still not making villagers. Look at his DC.
Yeah, it's idle right now. It's because of the triple stables. They prioritize going Epicons because they cost less than villagers.
Yeah, very true. And
so
need to
yeah,
pay attention to that.
Hagrid is like almost all in at this point.
I think it's kind of important for Greek players to use a little bit of math, like calculating the amount of villagers you need on food for how many stables and TCs, so that you don't accidentally cut your TC production, because it can easily happen.
I mean, he definitely would have had enough if he wasn't raided all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the main point he has to change in his gameplay right now is just wall up earlier and just use it to, well, cut off the losses.
But yeah, if he's looking to improve, I would recommend multitasking practice. Like, just looking at the map from time to time, like frequently, and paying more attention to what's going on. Because a lot of these losses are just because he doesn't look where the action is going on. I mean, I'm not really doubting that he knows what to do. I mean,
that's the last fight, by the way.
Then yeah, this is probably just a game.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if Team Route 9.
That's GG, my
Quick
friend.
compared to the others.
The Mephians keep on sporing in.
I mean, all the other games, so they were all kind of going back and forth. Hagrid has been having the edge at some points, like especially ironically in the early parts. He kind of managed to mess up Shelby a bit. On
That's all thanks of Ares as well.
And on Tundra as well. He's gotten quite a bit of damage in. But this is like the first game where like Shelby has like just clearly been dominating from start to end, pretty much.
Yeah, it's all thanks to the spy on the food and not really having anything to. It's basically being, if you're Hagrid there, you're just caught off with your pens down and you just have no answer whatsoever. You're like so far away from your TC, you have to pull back. You're losing all your food income. You're losing Veils, you're giving favor to Loki. If you just have this one wall, you can just run past through or something, you know. Or
So
just
this
be
is,
on point with like, I don't know, some toxicity, like staying defense, you know. What I like to do when I play Greek like this is that I have a raiding squad with fast units, obviously epicons, and then you get some toxicity that just stay at base, just defend. Just like a troll would do with your first eddy, you know. But
So what's the game count right now? Isn't it like 3-1?
Rana is 3-1 to Shelby, so we might see the very last game of the
So
final.
this is kinda the set match,
What?
like game point thing.
It's best
I
of
don't
seven.
know the exact term, but like there's like a specific name for a game or match that like decides a set. When someone's like just 1 point away from winning, pretty much.
Well, he's 1 point away from. Oh, you mean match point?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, technically that's where we are right now.
that's what I'm talking about. Let's see.
Yeah. So this is it's time for Marsh, which is Hagrid's pick. So Hagrid better wins this one if he wants to have a shot at making a comeback in the series.
Are you hosting yet? I don't see it.
I am. Sorry.
Ah, there we go. Oh, the wrong room. There we go. But the only game that Shelby lost so far was that one Tundra game where he did a misplay and he could have fallen back and technically won that game as well. So this could have been like a 4-0 if he had not messed up there, but going that route in terms of discussion, Hagrid could have also easily won Medit if he had not messed up. So
Yeah, I guess.
some questionable outcomes in games. It could have been very different if just a few decisions had been different. Who's this ISIS? This is randoms.
Yeah, man. They see the title of the game, they're like, hey, I want to be on that. Seems so.
Yeah,
Good old
AZEAZ title is just too inviting.
Yeah,
I want to be in there.
it's too sexy, man.
All those random letters.
Alright. So, right, if you just tuned in, guys, Shelby is currently leading 3-1 against Hagrid. This map is Marsh. This is Hagrid's pick, and if Hagrid does win it, we're gonna move on to, I forgot, Oasis, which is Shelby's pick. So if Hagrid wants to get a shot at the sexy cash money, he definitely has to step up big now. And I don't really actually see why Poseidon would be favored in this map. What do you think? I think it's clearly edged up towards Loki.
Yeah, this is definitely a lucky map. No doubt about it.
Yeah,
But he can
it's gonna be tough.
he can still win this. But second place also gets money, right?
Yeah, they do.
So that's good for Hagrid.
It's
Pretty good for
it's
Hagrid.
definitely good for him. It's not good for me though.
But I would really like to see Hagrid put some Toxotes into his army composition.
Yeah,
Like-
I always told him, like, if you just learn
But
to position them and maybe just keep them for defense, they're pretty good. They
What I
actually
really
rape
like against,
Hersius real bad.
Norse, as in the composition, for example, is going barrack stable artillery range and just like 1-1-1, auto-queue everything, and go forward, pretty much. It's a really strong composition. Overall, just Toxotes are so strong.
I think Hagrid has a way better map. What do you think? Especially hunt-wise. He definitely does.
These boars are pretty good.
I mean, yeah, the boars, even on the bottom, like he has buffaloes and the other patch of deers. I think he's doing pretty good for himself. The only thing that also like the gold mine is he has 2 forward gold mines. Shelby's gold mines, he has 1 in the back if you take as a TC. So I think overall it favors Hagrid. I think.
Since it's March, I still think that it's kind of favoring north. But I
I
mean,
mean, just talking about the map layout, like just.
yeah. But the thing is that the way Shelby's playing this right now, he's gonna have two hunt patches in his face. So even if he gets
That's
pushed up
very
at the
true.
front, he can just fall back and save in his base and just take care of his economy for a bit.
That's
does
actually
not
true.
need
Yeah, he
to-
has an extra patch of deer in his base. I mean, the patch
And
of
his
deer for
gold
Hagrid
mine
is on the
also
bottom.
back. Like the way the forest and gold mine, like everything is positioned, it's really defensive. So he doesn't need to worry about much. And
It's also funny
On
the
the
water
other
line,
hand,
dude.
Hagrid has a lot of hunt in his base, but goes forward.
Yeah, everything's
There's
forward
that,
for him, but
side.
he doesn't really mind this because he's gonna have the upper hand. He's like, A, I'm not gonna surprise you, but Avery's rush is coming.
The
So
thing is, it raids. He can always get raided at the front of his hunt, whereas like raiding Shelby is gonna be more difficult since it's like back. There's a temple. Oh yeah, that's a lot of fun. I love Marsh. It's a really cool map.
on EE sometimes it's really fun because you get one gold mine inside your main base and one behind your second TC, and the other guy doesn't get anything.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's pretty fun.
Questionable if that is actually fun or not.
It's pretty fun, like sarcastically speaking. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Consider it just depends on which side of the coin you are.
Yeah, it's it's I guess quite fun if you're the person receiving the gold mine.
Yeah.
And this is a pretty good temple for Shelby. You can make a wall to the forest, and that's pretty safe.
Just talking about the main TCs there, I think they're slightly favored for Shelby.
Let's look at the temple Shelby's building. I think this one is perfect. Just one wall from temple to the forest, perfectly secure that side, or rather that angle. And then you could like make another one from the forest to the end of the map. There. And the left side of his base would kind of be, like, bottom left side would be secured. Not secured, but...
I mean,
Safe.
the right side of his base is like wide open though.
Yeah, but...
So he's gonna have to put his second temple over there and maybe get some walling
that's
around.
fine, really, because he does not
There
need
it
to
is, there's
gather-
the temple.
He does not need to gather from that forest, he can gather from the bottom forest as well. And his gold mine is, like, between two towers and next to the PC. So, not gonna be easy to, like, to pressure...
The
maybe-
wood line is kinda exposed though. That's the only thing really exposed.
No, as I said, you can use the other wood line. You can just make those two walls, and that bottom side is really closed up.
I guess. I guess it's
And
pretty
there's
good.
Ares, as always.
Oh, he loves the scout, no!
He
Alright,
really loves to do this.
rest in pepperonis. So let's see if he switches anything up. Nope, still double, actually triple stables. Hippolyta and Theseus coming up. So Hagrid is just copy pasting some build orders here. We'll see what happens. We'll see if he can get any good trades, and will we see finally Hagrid's hunters being able to hunt safely.
So,
Free house being picked up by Hagrid. That's a pretty nice pick. Is it gonna handicap Shelby? Yep, it is.
Miss again going triple
He's
stable.
Rena housed, so that's pretty good for
Really
him.
doesn't like...
I
really
told
like
you he
Sonic.
doesn't like Toxicity.
They're so good. They're really good.
They're pretty good, yeah, I like them too, but he's a true Poseidon
But
player.
yeah, look at this. He's fallen back to his base end. So, at this point, if Hagrid wants to push, it's gonna be pretty risky. I mean, he's definitely facing defender's advantage here.
And the spy gets so much intel as well, like...
He can, he does have the advantage right now. If he only had gone for Hoplite Toxotes, because Hoplites and Toxotes also train faster than Hipigons.
Yeah,
Really,
he's Poseidon though, he needs to, you know, follow the meta.
Nah.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, he still has the advantage right here. He could do some damage. He could get those villagers a little bit busy.
It's all about making good trades right now at this point.
But
The
now
troll
with
is gonna
those
get wrecked.
practice spawns, Hippolyta
Hippolyta is fine,
Problem.
she just has to run away. He's gonna lure in the Herzes as
should
well.
micro away the Cyclops.
That's nicely done.
good going there. Cyclops should go straight for the village, I think.
Yeah, just push them off, and I don't think he sees them right now.
But he should be really close.
He doesn't see the villagers right now.
But yeah, Shelby
on his
just wants to
position.
distract him right now. Shelby just wants to like stall until he has enough units to fight this, because he's always gonna have the advantage here. He can heal his units, and he does not need to hold this. Like he can retreat and just check out behind his buildings whenever he wants.
Just
Heal.
mentioning as well, the link string is really safe, so I don't think she's gonna be able to heal hers. Meanwhile, the fighting is gonna happen.
Yeah, he can just literally heal units right now. I mean, there's 3 pretty wounded Perseus.
He's gonna definitely
really
lose
wanna
a
see them
couple of them right now. It's gonna trade basically 1 Epicon for one or 2 Hersiers here.
Yeah, but that's not worth it.
It's not worth it, yeah. It's really good
Yeah,
for Hagrid.
He can just.
It looks like another one. Nope.
He can get literally 1 kill, 0 loss by healing. Perseus. And he's been losing so many Hersies. Could have just microed a little bit better.
So Hagrid with the lead here. Shelby is also housed right now, so he can't really do anything.
Yeah, this hurts. The only reason Hagrid is in the lead really is because Shelby's again having questionable micro, not saving his Hersies. Greek units are way more expendable. It's not the same for last units. Kinda need to protect them.
All of Fanes is online, and now we're gonna see this big fight being taken by Hagrid, looks like. And this is when Shelby might need to pull off his villagers to the other forest. If
But
Hagrid
this
keeps
fight
on
is gonna be
pushing.
really good for Shelby. Getting good picks.
He's housed, so he's not gonna get any mission spawns.
No, it's fine. Look at Hagrid's micro as well.
I don't
Hagrid,
I don't think. Okay, so there is the first spawn because the Hersiers
so
died.
yeah, this fight has been really good. And check the HP from the remaining cap.
Something
This
seems
was-
off.
This was really good for Shelby.
Yeah, I was about to say something seems off to me. I think Hagrid has is way ahead in villager count. He has 5 villagers more than Shelby right now.
Yeah, probably because
Because
of
he has
house.
more pop overall, but less army sort of. So
Yeah.
Hagrid's doing pretty good economically. He also has shaft mine already, for compared
Wait.
to nothing for Shelby.
Wait, what? He's going for a rush and he goes for shaft. That's questionable.
I mean, that's what you need to do if you want to produce triple epicons, I guess. But this is gonna be a massive raid
not
from
worth
Shelby,
I
dude.
don't think it's worth it, especially if you're rushing. But look at this raid. This raid is going good again.
Yeah, this is what happened the last game as well. This is
Should have built a building, as in like a building to block those villagers from running away.
just do anything, just don't lose those villas every time.
And Shelby's units out of position. You should get those
Oh.
units like this in this base. Is
Shelby's gonna faceplant himself in the army of Hagrid, maybe? No. Just barely. Wow, the timing.
wow.
The timing, Hagrid doesn't see it.
That's just no words.
Yeah, unfortunate timing from Hagrid.
Now he's
there.
going for the temple, which is kind of pointless pick up here.
I mean, it's not lost for Hagrid just yet because he's, as we say, he still has this main hunt in his base, and he also has plenty of pigs to fall back.
And
there you go. There you go. Hagrid sees the dwarves now, so he's sort of moving around. High near spawn in Hagrid's base is gonna be a bit annoying, but it's gonna be dealt with eventually. I think Hagrid is still in a decent position. Like there's plenty of hippogons at home, there's 13 of them. And the spy is on pigs right now, so there's no intel for Shelby, and he's gonna split, he's gonna send 6 of his villas onto the patch of hunt he has on the left, Hagrid. So he's gonna be able to hunt again. Don't face
There might be a
plant.
fight.
Don't face plant into this army though. Just wait for your reinforcements. There you go. Now you can
I
maybe
think this
fight.
fight is still in.
This is for Hagrid. This fight is good for Hagrid.
I think Shelby has the advantage.
Oh, actually, it's
Yeah.
Theseus is gonna die. So if he gets a couple Valkyrie or Anira, it might be Hagrid might be in
It
trouble.
already depends on Shelby's mic, because he's the fight is closer to Shelby's base.
Hippolyta is gonna survive, maybe. No, maybe with some micro.
He's,
Alright,
he's
she
overstaying
survives.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nicely done by Hagrid.
The thing is, about this fight was...
And he's gonna push his opponent off gold. That's pretty
He's,
big.
What?
What?
Oh, he's gonna resign.
That's a resign, yeah.
The
Alright.
thing is, he's been closer to his own base, so the reinforcements are coming faster from his own. And he has a healing spring, so... That's like 2 points that like favor him in this fight. The only thing that like made this fight bad for him in a way is his food production. Like he does not have enough on food to sustain a fluent production at the moment. But except for that, he should have fallen back. Like he could have like taken like a few trades at the start of the fight, and then he could like fall back and heal. He would have lost like minimum units.
not take a full on fight, but just sort of harass and then fall back, heal,
Yeah,
maybe
he
get a
really
spawn or
needs to
two.
Get used to that poking playstyle, where he just damages and runs to heal. He really making use of healing spring.
Yeah, I think this is the only way you can really fight against this type of army, because he's like Hagrid is gonna have the population advantage just because he's Ares, you know. So if you fight him head on, I think you lose most of the times on full population, and we definitely saw it here. Also, I think overall, like the hand axe shaft mine, pretty good for Hagrid, so he has enough production.
Except all of that, there was no reason to fight. It's like,
I mean, you wanna definitely harass, just because you don't wanna give up your gold mine for free. Like you know you have to fight.
Yeah, I mean, the place where they fought, he did not need to fight there because
no, but he needed
near
to
his
harass.
villagers,
Though.
nothing. Like retreating from that position would not hurt him. He could, for example, like if he really wanted to fight, he could fight next to his dwarves and fight with his dwarves.
Yeah, I guess.
Easily secure the win in the fight as well.
One thing Shelby also never did for securing a second gold mine is just tower up, which is definitely also an option.
I don't know how good that is.
I mean, it's like sort of, you know, the last hope, you know, option, but it's still pretty viable.
I just think if the enemy builds like 2 towers, your enemy gets it to see for free, pretty much. And the towers are stationary, so your opponent is ahead in economy, and you can't do anything about it. So, kind of questionable how much that would help. Like if he has a stronger economy, yeah, go ahead. But in this situation, he was kinda behind in economy, so he would need to be aggressive to win. So this is a 3-2. Can Hagrid bring it back? Who knows?
Yeah, man. Oasis last. It's pretty good.
And both used 1 veto, as far as I know.
Yeah, I think Hagrid.
Yeah, Hagrid did definitely use 1. Both of them used 1, I think.
I know Shelby used 1 because he had a forward gold mine.
Yeah, I don't understand why he vetoed 1.
And Hagrid.
Actually, I'm not sure what Shelby definitely did.
He did not veto Medit, he did not veto Alfheim. Did he actually veto once? I'm actually not sure. Anyway.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, he has at least 2, so like, alright.
Yeah.
Alright guys, that's the 6th game. Oasis. If Hagrid wins this, we're going on to the decider. It's gonna be either Ghost Lake or Anatolia, being picked randomly by random.org, our unofficial sponsor, thanks. And here we go. Shelby with the lead. Can he finish off the game? That's his 2nd match point. Or can Hagrid bring it back? Game, please. There you go.
Quite a bit too loud for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, and we have...
Alright, so lateral TC placement for 1 player, for Shelby on the bottom, and already vertical, I can say. Is that something? Vertical TC placement? So if Hagrid decides to go a boom 2 TCs, most likely gonna get the forward 1, definitely secures him the gold mine in the middle. So I think overall this is already a little bit of an advantage for Hagrid. Not that it matters because he will go Ares, we know it. So let's see if there's actually any hunt. I can see the 4 gazelle, can I see the giraffe? Looks like I can't, so it's only a 4 gazelle, like scattered in the middle type oasis. Usually you get 2 versions of oasis. The first one is, this is the berries version basically. You get one with like a patch of 4 gazelle and then a patch of giraffe, or either you get the patch of gazelle and a patch of berries.
I really hate chicken oasis, and I really love berry oasis. I hate chickens overall.
You hate chickens?
Yeah, they
Can you elaborate on why you hate chickens, man?
Basically, they're not efficient together, and they decay. So, chickens is a lot less food than berries, and inefficient in comparison.
I see.
Sucks. I mean, obviously it affects both players, so it doesn't really matter. It's not like changes too much, but as some know, I love build orders. And chickens are annoying for build orders.
They're less annoying than monkeys, though. The monkeys. Alright, let's take a look at the relics. We got the Bow of Artemis. It could help Hagrid, but it won't. So
all in all,
and the Titan cost less.
when I get chickens, I usually don't have enough food for certain build orders, and need to go for like a less good build because of annoying chickens, which makes me kinda sad.
Chickens make us all sad.
I hate them. They're annoying.
Yeah, man. Hey, dude, we got 9 goats for Hagrid to the 7 of Shelby. Even though Shelby went to Ozark, this is something I didn't mention, but he always does this on Oasis. And sometimes on Ghost Lake as well, when it's a map where you need to get the goats. So, but despite that, he gets less than... Actually, no, he got 8. So 8 to 9.
2 oaths is like a very standard for this.
Yeah.
Overall, there's nothing wrong with going double oath like almost every map, to be honest. Because
yeah, it's just a matter of personal preference then, after.
Yeah.
Like,
I did play around with Null's build orders at some point, and had like a really good one actually. Got it. Well, I still kind of remember it, but we'll experiment with it. And it's like really cool when you can like attack your opponent's hunt at like 416, 430 with like 2 Oath Arcs and 1 Hersey, for example. That's like really annoying. The opponent will not be able to gather very well. Like he will probably have to fight with the villagers for a bit. Not sure if he has a hero, like depends if the Greek went like for 430 hero first. Hero after advancing, so there's a good chance that you send your opponent idle on food for quite some time, and it can really help you put the pressure on your opponent instead of him pressuring you. And from there on, he's just gonna make like the standard Heresias stuff, and the additional Oath cycle will really help him build. So you can like always use Heresias to run around and raid and pressure, whereas he has 2 Oath cycles like building houses, barracks, and armory and shit, or walls. So that's really good just to have that additional builder, which also helps with the north issue of not being that good at building in the early stages. Like later on, the mobile army that can also build is like amazing, but early game is a huge weakness and a huge risk as well.
hey man, it looks like Shelby's classical age is really delayed. Looks like he's gonna hit even later than 5 minutes. That's actually really, really late.
It's fine though. I don't think this is a problem.
The Ulfsark is also being a bit of a bitch on Hagrid here, but
Yeah,
he's taking a lot of damage right now, so it's not really optimal.
It should go back home.
Yeah, it's gonna go back home and heal, but
And Pest is again not really paying off for him.
yeah, he should have delayed it. I think he wasn't expecting the fact that Shelby upped so late.
Yeah, it's not only that. I just think that it's just not enough of an impact. Like, if you look at the resources, right? He has like 200 food in his bank, and both are auto queued. This is gonna go on for like 1 more minute max, and then he's gonna be like out of food, and like having his maximum production that he can have. Or, like,
Yeah, I love what Shelby's doing with the Ozark, by the way.
So just in like about
Wow.
1 minute or so, he's pretty much gonna be where he would be even if he didn't cast fast, just because of the economy and 2 tempo production. So it would have been as if they had not been passed at all. And like considering the amount of units he already has in the early game, Pass really did not do anything. He just casted it, and he's still losing the early battles. He's still behind in units. So he's also not making villagers, which really sucks. And not making any beacons.
Shelby is rolling.
Hagrit's economy is just so behind.
And the micro wise, like Shelby got absolutely wrecked on the Cyclop, and he just lost Theseus for free as well.
Yeah.
So something Hagrid always does, by the way, is always get a medium cavalry before he gets any Hippicons out. So,
I don't think it's good. It really depends, but additional Hippicon always.
I think it's good on High Hunt, but not here.
It's just an additional Hippicon is always stronger. There's a point when the upgrade actually like becomes meaningful. The idea is to get the upgrade before the fight, but first the unit, and as soon as you get into the fight, you want the upgrade, because the upgrade pretty much teleports to the front.
Yeah.
You can say it like that, I guess. But if you make the upgrade first and then the unit still has to run there. So, meh. Kinda sucks. It's the same mentality when it comes to going heroic age, or heroic age timings, for example. That you, especially for Norse, that you make just a few units, click heroic age, and then auto-queue all buildings. And you're gonna have the same, like a really good army and be heroic at the same time. But you could make the army first and then click heroic age, and you'd have the same army at the same time, but your heroic would be delayed by quite a bit. So just the matter of timing when to make what can really change fight the game. Like especially for Norse, since playing weapons is very impactful. You want to be heroic as early as possible, kinda. Especially because it also buffs Hersius. Really seen that in a lot of the higher level Loki games, that they just go for those minimal units. And what I see a lot is like, I guess for example like 3 barracks plus temple, sometimes 4 barracks plus temple. And when he started with double temple, it's also an option. Auto-queue all of them, like an RC Hersius split, and you could have like a really strong attack at like 10 minutes, for example.
Alright, right now Hagrid's suffering heavy losses. He's being heavily out-microed, looks like, and Shelby's gonna get a bunch of free hits off. Might even get a myth unit spawn there if he gets lucky.
But he's running out of his gold mine right now, so this is an opportunity for Hagrid to maybe achieve something. The units are rather equal right now.
Look at the civilian count though. There's already 5 difference for Shelby.
Yeah.
So Hagrid pretty much has to make a move right now, as you said, on the gold mine or something else.
So right now, no.
Ooh.
Why is he going to the TC?
Well, yeah, this is basically what Shelby wants. This is a distraction. Like the TC is not a win condition, but securing the gold mine is. And Hagrid knows this. He has a scout on it.
Oh, he's going. Why is he going all the way around? He could have like
He's
come from
moving.
the back and like run between the base and the gold mine.
Well, it would have been spotted though. So right here he has.
It doesn't matter. If he goes between the base and the dwarves, they have to get around him.
I think they can retreat easily if he does
It's
this.
just a matter of macro. He could have like blocked the dwarves pretty well, but this is decent damage though. If you look at the gold though, like the resources.
Oh my god, is this really happening right now? The 2 Epicons are stuck in the...
What?
Oh my god.
But
Actually, there's 3 of them. Oh my goodness. That's very unfortunate.
he
Thanks,
he
game.
probably wants to kill the low HP dwarfs and then get out there.
That's like so tilting though. Like if I'm Hagrid here, I'm just like fuck this shit. Like
And this is actually going really good right here. I think a lot of oh come on.
no, it's. I mean, he's
Um,
dealing damage, but he's suffering losses at the same time. Like
Yeah, but he's not really losing enough.
yeah, but
um,
Shelby has a bank of gold, so he doesn't give a shit about the gold mine right now.
But it's also gonna hurt us that he's ahead in 1TC, so even as though he killed some villages right now, which is really good, he's gonna like reproduce and spike ahead further. Hagrid, he wants to
TC
win.
is still idle, man. It's
He,
so aggressive, the
if
strategy.
Hagrid wants to win,
He needs to win a big fight right now. And he can't.
I don't think he can.
No, he doesn't have enough. I think this is it. I don't think he can come back anywhere. Like economy-wise, it's no, just no. He's on 1 TCs, and his TC has been idle most of the time. Like
He
I don't know.
can technically try to outboom. He could.
Hagrid?
Yeah.
How?
Grab a second TC. The disadvantage is not that great yet. He can
It's-
still try to apply some more pressure. He actually has him off gold right now, but he has that second gold next to his TC. So if he gets like 1 or 2 more good raids and gets a second TC and like stabilizes his full economy, he could just stay in the game economy-wise.
Problem if if he can do that,
I don't see.
I don't
him-
think Shelby is gonna let him though. He can go hero. Like if he sees a second TC, he can just go heroic and just kick one of the TCs.
I don't see Hagrid winning by aggression as well.
Well, I don't see him winning by anything really right now.
If he only had Toxotes, Toxotes would be perfect. And I'm thinking that he could. I would really love to raid the woodline there. So many villages, but he cannot really get there. It's pretty safe at the moment.
Yeah, right now he can't. Yeah, so he's gonna try and do as you say. He's gonna try and outboom, but it's so far off, man.
He could still like try to go deep with the cavalry a bit, kill some villages and get out.
Problem is if he does that, he's gonna lose so much army, and the army right now is basically the only thing he has going for him.
No, he doesn't need to lose the army. Hippicons are not that slow.
No, you mean if
He
he goes deep? You said if he goes deep, he's gonna eventually get cornered and gonna lose a bunch of army.
Well, the second he sees Mercedes, he can just run away.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
It just depends on his multitasking and micro.
I mean, I don't know, dude, because like the vision of the Epicon is pretty shit. So
This was, for example, a good snipe. If he would just run away right now,
yeah, this bad.
but he doesn't.
Yeah, this fight is bad for Hagrid. He's eventually gonna lose everything.
But he killed quite a few dwarfs. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually matter because there's a bank of gold, and Shelby is also on full population. This game is going nowhere.
It's not going very well for him. But he has attacked C up, and he could go for a 30C as well. But he really needs Toxotes.
Well, now he's gonna be on the defensive, so if he wants to win by playing defensively, he definitely needs Toxotes right now.
Yeah, and he really needs a 30C.
Yeah.
He cannot win on this on equal amount of town centers. He needs to get ahead in economy.
Nah, I don't see it happening.
But yeah, the issue in that fight was simply that he just overstayed. If he just like immediately went away, he would have been fine. So fine. He just fought for too long, and he could have raided the farmers, as hilarious as it sounds.
He's adding double stables.
Wait. No way. He's making more stables. So he beat my horses. So I will make more horses.
No, like, I wouldn't mind if he had like a bank of gold, but right now gold is what he's struggling for. He's being raided by the Valkyrie and the 3 horses there, constantly being back and forth.
Well, actually, The villager difference is kind of getting closer.
What? Shelby is just playing right now.
Wow, that DC is fucking mean.
It's gonna go up as well.
No way.
Hagrid? Okay, now he sees it with Theseus. Thank God Theseus ran past, because he wouldn't have seen it.
He's gonna prevent that. He can easily prevent that.
Yeah, because thankfully Theseus saw it. He needs to start acting up. Sending a villager to right click the TC, but he's sending in more. Alright.
But that is also really good for Shelby.
Yeah, you're
because
just
that's
toying
idle
around, like making villagers go idle and stuff.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
it's
you're
still
just
like-
buying time for your heroic, and I think Bragi is
At
coming.
this point, I would like stop.
Yeah,
making
Bragi is
TC.
coming, 30%.
That's gonna hurt. And what is he making? Is he making more stables?
And
But
double military barracks.
There's two military barracks. So that's
Yeah, but
impressive.
no Toxotea though.
that's
They're
impressive.
they're what you need, like against when you need to play defensively. They're the best unit, like DPS wise.
And choke points there, the strongest.
Yeah, every point. Like they counter the unit. They have more DPS because they attack 24/7.
I kinda really
They're
don't
less
like,
expensive.
I really don't like Hippolyta going all the way down there because it slows down the army so much. This is like a raid, not a battle. So you want
Oh,
ability.
the amount of first years early is so scary, dude. And yeah, as you said, Hippolyta just makes everything slower, so they're taking hits. There's also this sneaky tempo, auto-queuing battle boards on the gold mine of Hagrid. And yeah, Shelby, I mean, he has more tech, he has on 3 TCs to 2, he has more army, he has a heroic god power to play with. I don't see how Hagrid can come back from this. I really don't see a way. He's trying to throw the
this
flaming
is-
weapons right now, which is definitely gonna happen. Flaming weapons gonna definitely happen now. Or actually, easy.
Probably doesn't even need it.
Yeah, it looks like he doesn't even want to. It looks like he just wants to go mythic. And Fimble Winter. Alright, it's not happening
Look
just
at
yet.
these barracks at the side.
He doesn't even need to use flaming. This is ridiculous.
That's a really strong forward build. You can just flood through. That's
This is ridiculous, dude. He has like 5 barracks inside of Hagrid's base. Yeah, this is ridiculous.
this
GG.
game. So that's 4-2.
Alright. So,
The victory.
yep. So guys, you've seen it here first. The champ, Shelby, of the season 2 of the EELeague. Gonna update here. Takes Oasis as well, so we're not gonna be treated by a third game. Overall, I did well. Just couple mistakes, especially like that. As soon as he lost Medit, I was like, oh boy. Come on, man. Medit should have been the one. Like,